What's happening, y'all? It's your man Earl. It's day 193 on the calendar. It's Saturday evening, winding down here at the house. I want to get this video to you guys on competition. And I want to give you guys really a breakthrough today if you understand what I'm talking about. I try to make these videos as plain as possible, not getting into the scientific terminology of what I'm talking about. I want to make it as plain sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade understanding. Maximum is high school because I know a lot of people don't read and vocabulary can be a stumbling block to most people. But competition, understanding competition. There's a Bible verse that comes out of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. It says, also, if anyone competition, if anyone competes as an athlete, he does not win the prize unless he competes according to the rules. The Word of God, the Bible, is a book of truths. And it's a book of truths anchored in principles. Okay? It is a book of truths. And those truths, if you apply them correctly, can be principles that you can anchor your life in. Let me say it that way. All right? The Bible is not facts, it is truth. And here's a freebie. When you're an individual who deals in truth, uh, you oftentimes will cause friction within other people. Because facts change. Truth does not. You ask, well, how does that all relate to competition? A lot of people do not understand what competition is. I'm going to say it again. A lot of people do not understand what competition is. I'm going to give this to you tonight, and if you can get this, play it a couple times back. Feel free, of course. I put these up to help people. Competition, okay, includes primarily any activity carried on as the production or selling goods and or services. I'll say it again. Competition, business, trade, involves the production of income or gaining of income from selling goods or performing services. This is trade and business. Okay, trade and business. A lot of people mistake competition for trade and business. Okay? People think that as soon as you get in business, you're in competition. No, this is business. I'll say it again. This is business and trade. When you're engaging in the production of selling goods or services with the chief goal, chief aim is the production of income, the gaining of revenue. Okay? Competition, on the other hand, arises when two people, companies, parties are striving for a goal which cannot be shared between the two. This is competition. I want to make sure I say this correctly. Competition is when two people, parties, companies are striving for a goal which cannot be shared, where one person's gain is the other person's loss. That is competition. What I described before is business and trade. Do you see the difference? Let that sit for a second. a lot of people think they're in competition and they're really not. Why do I say that? Because the goal that you have very rarely is the goal that I have. So why am I in competition with you? How am I in the competition with you? How am I in competition with you? If me and you have different dreams, goals, and ambitions, how are we in competition with each other? Really, we're not. But what happens is when I see you, you see me, you see a person, you see another individual, you see another company. What happens is you look at what the company is doing. You look at what the person is saying. You're looking at what the person is able to manufacture, and you feel some type of way. You feel uneasy. You feel below because what they're making is better than what you have. And oftentimes it's because you're trying to copy someone else, or someone else is trying to copy you, and you're not going back to the original premise of what business and trade is. You should be manufacturing your goods and services to produce your revenue stream. Let me manufacture my goods and services. Let the next man manufacture their goods and services. And if we stop trying to copy, steal from one another, mimic, you feel a lot better about yourself. I feel a lot better about myself. We feel a lot better about ourselves. Why? Because if I'm doing what I know I can do, I'm going to get the customers that want what I want, that want what I'm manufacturing, excuse me. But if I'm trying to copy you, if I'm trying to make what you have already made, then I'm not doing business. I'm copying. And here's the hard part. A lot of people do that. And watch what they do. They create competition for themselves because they're not making their own stuff. They're trying to make what you make. They're trying to copy what you're copying. You come out with a nice t-shirt design. What do? They take your t-shirt design and then they try to push it out there like it's theirs. And that creates a level of competition because now we're making the same thing. Instead of you making your own t-shirt designs, stop trying to copy everybody else's t-shirt designs. So the people who want what you make will buy what you have. And the people what want what that you make, they'll buy what you make. And that goes across the board from music, sauce, cars, hats, clothing, shoes. So you come out with your own idea. Stop creating competition, trying to look at what the next man is doing, the next woman is doing. You produce your own goods and services. You produce your own dreams, goals, and ambitions. Don't look at what the next man has and then try to copy them and then claim I'm in competition, because the reality of it is you're trying to do what they're doing, and that's why resources are scarce. I know we went a little deep. We went a little deep, excuse me. We went a little deep tonight on the competition, but it's a very misunderstood subject. And you might need to go back and listen to this a couple of times to understand what I'm saying. But let me recap and I'll let you go. I've went long, almost at 10 minutes. Business and trade, okay, is for the production of revenue sourcing income. So when you engage in trade, when you engage in business, generally speaking, you are actively selling goods and or services to receive income. Trade is a basic economic concept involving the buying, the selling, the procuring of goods and services. All right. And as a trade person, you're selling them, and you have a buyer, and that buyer approaches the seller or vice versa, and the parties exchange goods, resources. That's trade and business. Notice that's not competition. Competition is when two people are competing for a goal that cannot be shared. With one person has to get the goal and the other person has to lose. Don't get caught up in this idea that everybody's in competition with each other, because they're not. You have your dreams, goals, and ambitions. The next person has their dreams, goals, and ambitions. And you can win, and the next person can win. Don't fall for this idea that everybody is in competition with each other, because if you make what you make, people will come and buy and support what you do. This your man Earl. God bless you. I went long and I went low deep tonight on competition. Day 193, July 11th, Saturday night. Getting ready to turn it in. God bless you. God keep you. Have a great night. Peace.